Let's get started with an explanation of how recruiting exchanges work. The purpose of a recruiting exchange is to give companies an online marketplace where they can access a nationwide network of professional recruiters who find, screen, and submit qualified candidates for open jobs. These jobs and candidates come from all different industries, including healthcare, technology, manufacturing, retail, engineering, sales, and many others. When companies have open jobs, they need to interview and hire qualified workers as quickly as possible. So, companies look to recruiters and pay them to bring the talent that companies ask for. To do this as efficiently as possible, companies post their open jobs in an online marketplace called a recruiting exchange. Posting jobs to an exchange is absolutely free. In fact, everything about using an exchange is free. There's no cost for posting jobs or using any of the features on an exchange website. Receiving resumes is free, sending resumes is free, it's free to register your account, and communicating through the exchange is also free. Companies and recruiters bear no financial risk for using the features of a recruiting exchange. The only time money changes hands is when a recruiter makes a placement on a recruiting exchange. When a company posts an open job on an exchange, they provide a complete job description and state the placement fee they'll pay the recruiter for finding the right candidate. The placement fee is indicated along with the job description. This way, recruiters already know the fee they'll receive for filling the job, and there's no need to cold call for the information. Recruiters have all the details they need from the job description to go out and find qualified candidates. All the company has to do is determine the placement fee, post it with the job description, and let the recruiters in the exchange marketplace search for the best candidates available. The jobs that companies post on recruiting exchanges are seen only by professional recruiters. There are no job seekers on an exchange website. Only recruiters and companies can become members. This is important because it means that only recruiters can take advantage of the financial opportunity presented by companies in the exchange marketplace. At any time, recruiters can search the exchange for jobs that they believe they can fill. Once suitable jobs are found, recruiters can look for and screen candidates whose backgrounds meet the job requirements stated in the job description. When a recruiter finds a qualified candidate, the recruiter can submit the candidate's resume to the company right from their own exchange account. Your exchange account will allow you to submit candidates directly to companies and track all of your submissions as they progress through each stage of the hiring process. When you submit a candidate for an open job on an exchange, the company who posted the job is notified by email that a new resume has arrived for their review. Submitting a candidate for an open job is easy. Just upload the candidate's resume, select the appropriate job, and click Submit. The exchange will automatically send off the resume to the company for consideration. Using their exchange account, the company can review the resume of the candidate and decide whether or not they would like to schedule a job interview. If the company would like to interview the candidate, they can request an interview with the assistance of the recruiter. If they don't want to interview the candidate, they can communicate that to the recruiter as well. When a job interview does take place and the company hires the candidate, the placement fee that was shown with the job posting will be paid to the recruiter who filled the job. To process the payment, the recruiting exchange will invoice the company who hired the candidate on the candidate's first day of work, called their start date. The company then pays the placement fee to the exchange, and the exchange holds the funds until the candidate guarantee period ends. Most exchanges have a guarantee period that lasts 60 days from the candidate's start date. The guarantee states that if the candidate were to leave within that time frame, the company would not be required to pay the placement fee. A guarantee like this is standard practice in recruiting, but seldom exercised when the right candidate's been found for the job. Once the guarantee period ends, the exchange pays the recruiter the placement fee minus a transaction fee that the exchange will charge for facilitating the transaction. Typically, an exchange will keep around 20% of the placement fee as its transaction fee. That's how the exchanges earn revenue, by taking a portion of the placement fees generated by recruiters who use their exchange. The good side of the transaction fee is that it gives the exchange incentive to attract the best companies to post jobs on their exchange. As well, since the transaction fee is paid just when you've made a placement, the only time the exchange makes money is when you're making money. The popularity of recruiting exchanges is growing fast. More and more companies are seeing exchanges as a viable solution for hiring, and more recruiters are seeing them as a viable way to make money working right from home. As the number of jobs being posted by companies continues to increase, so do the financial opportunities available to recruiters who become members of recruiting exchanges. The chance to generate income is real, as evidenced by the thousands of jobs and available placement fees already being posted in the recruiting exchange marketplace. Now that you know how recruiting exchanges work, let's talk specifically about how you can make money using them. There are 3 main ways to make money on recruiting exchanges. I'll go through each one individually and explain the best techniques for maximizing the value of each method. If there are any chapters you want repeated, just use your back button to review that chapter.